Today, we are talking about the 4 biggest sex myths that may be stealing your bedroom bliss and making you crazy with comparison-itis. Now, these 4 little buggers, born from our ridiculously unrealistic, limited, and deeply flawed cultural view of sexuality, and usually promoted through mainstream media and porn, are making many of us question our relationships, our bodies, and the quality of our sex lives. So, let's get a few things straight, because nothing makes me more angry than this idea that sex should be this perfect 5-star performance 4 nights a week, consisting of multiple orgasms and 52 different sexual positions. And if your intimate life is falling short of that, well, then you're just not doing it right, or you're probably sexually defective, or your partner is gonna look for thrills elsewhere. What a load of baloney. Not only does this idea of sexuality set us all up to feel inadequate, it reduces sex to something that you do rather than something that comes from within you. And we are left full of expectations of what our sex should look like, or how we should have sex, or what our bodies should do, or whatever it is, and it leaves many of us shooting all over our sexy selves. Nothing sucks the joy right out of sex faster than that tension of expectation. When we take something that is complex and unique and ever-changing, and we make it just another thing to do right, we squash the magic that comes from exploring our rich and dynamic and highly personalized sexuality instantly. So let's bust a few of those bliss-limiting myths that are floating around out there. Number 1, you should be having sex at least 3 times a week. Now, there is no such thing as a normal amount of sex. Sex is a very individualized thing, and it is dependent on a range of contributing factors that change. Hormone levels, stress, life, illness, relationship well-being, children, the context, all play a part in influencing your romantic life. I want to also mention that wanting sex and having sex for the sake of it are 2 very different things. Having sex to reach a weekly quota, or because you think that you should, often creates resentment instead of that connection. My suggestion is to focus on quality rather than quantity. Focus on creating radically enriching sexual experiences with yourself and also with your partner. Sex that leaves you feeling connected and expanded and delicious. Now, if wonderful sex like that happens only, say, every 2 weeks or once a month, and you and your partner are okay with that, then that is perfect. If quickies twice a week create juicy bonds with your partner and you both dig that, awesome. But if you're having sex that makes you feel depleted or contracted or really nothing at all, and it's happening 4 times a week, then that is a problem that needs a solution. Number 2, sex should be wild and passionate all the time. We're all familiar with that steamy, ravenous, passionate sex showed to us over and over again on the TV and in the movies. It's great sex, but it's only one type of sex. Sex, just like ice cream, comes in many different flavors and ways to experience it. Explosively hot and heavy sex is not an indicator of your sexual success. What is, however, is how that sex makes you feel. I'll give you an example. For me, a quickie in the kitchen against the fridge is nice sometimes. However, if I want a really incredible orgasm and an intimate experience with my partner, I need time, and often a bed, and I need to be relaxed. That kind of sex looks very different to the sex that we may see in the movies, but it sure as hell creates fireworks for me. Female sexuality is different to male sexuality. We're not these ever-ready, horny bedroom bunnies Hollywood or porn likes to portray. For truly splendid sex, we females often need the very unsexy trust, relaxation, time, space, and intimacy as a prerequisite to deeply authentic sexual experiences. So let go of the need for sex to look a certain way in order for it to be good, and find your own pathway to pleasure. Number 3, if you don't orgasm, then you're broken. This one kills me. You are not broken, defective, or unworthy, or sexually ill if you don't have an orgasm. Orgasms, just like sex, are unique to each and every experience and human. You may have one day only to do exactly the same thing the following day and not achieve a climax. Now, this does not mean that your playtime was all for nothing. Did you deepen your connection to your partner? Did you feel yummy, delicious sensations on your skin? Did you get out of your mind for a while and back into your beautiful body? Was it nice to smooch and be intimate with your partner? Yes? Well then wonderful, it was a success. Wonderful sex is not dependent on your orgasm. Sure, it can be a fantastic byproduct, but let go of the pressure of needing to come and enjoy the ride instead. Now, if you've never had an orgasm and you would like to learn how to have one, super. They're wonderful and they can be the vehicle for the most profound transformation and pleasure. And almost all of us can learn how to have them. You've got all the parts, you just need to practice playing the instrument. And this is where it gets really, really exciting. You can discover a whole new side of your sexy self and your beautiful body on the search for an orgasm. Just don't go hunting for them out of pressure. Go looking for your pleasure instead and you will find them, I am sure. Number 4, I should have a raging libido all the time. I hear this one a lot. Ladies worried that they do not desire sex as much as their partner and that when they get into bed at night and a hand touches their leg, sex is the last thing on their mind. So I need you to pay super close attention for this one because it's a game changer. For many women, feeling the desire for sex is responsive, not spontaneous. Meaning a lot of women, actually most, are in fact triggered by their environment, their thoughts, their actions, etc. to desire sexual intimacy rather than it just spontaneously popping up from nowhere. It is a giant lie that it should just happen, that we should be ready for a sexy romp or a deliciously naughty escapade at the drop of a hat. Now, how liberating is that? It now allows us to take control of our sexuality and take actionable steps to increase our own desire for sex, rather than just blaming it on causes beyond our control, such as a low libido, our partner not turning us on, or whatever it is. Instead, we can be proactive. We can go out and we can collect the wood to start our own fire and ignite our own desire for sexual connection. So, if you're finding it hard to get in the mood, create a list of things that turn you on, that light you up, that take you out of your head and in your body. It might be sexy dancing, sensual massages, erotica, whatever it is, use them to cultivate your own desire. You can do it alone or include your partner on your quest. Actively look for things that create an internal response within you. So that's it from me today, but you can find out more information plus heaps of practices over on my website to ignite your desire, to get back into your body and to inspire you to radically empowered and delicious sex. All over at www.tarao.com.au. You can also find me on all the social media sites. Instagram is Tara Love Your Sexy Self, or Facebook Tara O, and I would love you to come on over and say hi. Subscribe to this channel so that you can get the next video directly to your inbox, and I'll see you all very soon.